Shalom, Israel. The I.S.U.P.K is hosting the Lord's 55th annual Passover with a all-access pass to the lamb slaughter, all-black party, scripture breakdown class, kids party, the Lord's 55th annual Passover, and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Get your all-access pass at ISUPK.com, starting with April 17th events with the lamb slaughter at 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. in North Carolina. Make sure that you get involved. Make sure that you're in the house at 1921 Strickland Road, Clayton, North Carolina. Followed up on April 18th, Thursday, the all-black party. I.S.U.P.K concert series in Durham, North Carolina at the Durham Armory. Last year we tore it down, and this year it's gonna be a whole movie. Then Friday we have the kids party with a petting zoo. On top of that, it's going to be held at the Sky Zone Trampoline Park with virtual reality included. Get your all-access pass at ISUPK.com. April 19th in the evening, General Hyman's scripture breakdown class. You already know we got the heavy hitter in the building, and it's going to be at the South Square Event Center. Make sure that you're in the house starting at 7 p.m. in Durham, North Carolina. Then April 20th, the moment you've been waiting for, the Lord's 55th annual Passover. Make sure that everybody's in the house, and it's being held at the last Black National Fairgrounds in Pittsboro, North Carolina, starting at 6 p.m. Also housing an actual slave quarters, which you will be able to go and take pictures and video footage in front of it. That's 191 Fairgrounds Road, Pittsboro, North Carolina, April 20th, starting at 6 p.m. with a doors open at 4 p.m. for a brunch. Make sure you're in the house on time. Then April 21st, Sunday, is the Feast of Unleavened Bread at the Haiti Heritage Center, 804 Old Fayetteville Street, Durham, North Carolina. Make sure that you are in the house. If you have not booked your hotel room, there are still a few rooms available at the Millennium Hotel. Check the number. Make sure that you call. Rooms are only available while they last. The Lord's 55th annual Passover, hosted by the I.S.U.P.K.
Class announcement. We don't know that.
Don't carry all this on left feet.
That's something I don't know when I this at all.
No.
Unless they strip it up.
We can't start without the announcement.
Let me call him and ask him, yeah?
Yeah.
They might not disturb class, so you gotta play music, the rest of the day. By that time, you're Jamaican. What are you?
Shalom, Lord Christ. You know, we can't find the announcement, though.
Security.
I don't know what that. No, what I tell them. I'm living up and down. It's not like at the end of the
Class. Okay.
Okay, let's start. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, man.
Here you go.
Shalom, this is the I.S.U.P.K out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the direction of Commanding General YAHANNA. Since 1969, we've been telling you that the real Jews and the children of Israel are black. We are the offspring of the children of Israel that Moses led through the wilderness. Stubborn and stiff-necked as we are still here through the mercy of the Most High.
That's right.
Under the direction of Yahweh.
That's right.
And tonight class is presented out of 394 Lodge Road, 80 B185PW. I'm Mahawasa, and I'm the one hosting the class tonight from 394 Lodge Road, B185PW. The topic of the class is the gathering, the royal gathering. And we will start with the book of Zephaniah 2, verse 1.
Okay. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation that not desired.
Right. As the priest Ariella said, he's reading from the 1611 King James Version of the Bible, which is not being watered down because the oppressor didn't really get his hands on it. His grubby paws never touched this one. So we are confident to tell you that this book is 99.99% accurate.
That's right.
Not like the other scriptures have been watered down and polluted because Esau and the other 17 nations of Gentiles put their hands on it because they want to be a part of your greatness. So in any aspect, they take up any challenge that you set before them. So as he said, gather thyself, O nation, not desire. We are the 12 tribes of Israel that are scattered in the Caribbean and all over the earth. We are scattered into all nations, even though the Gentiles are saying that we are a minority. God says, the Most High says, we are of the sand of the sea and the dust of the earth. And for you to be scattered into all nations, you have to be more than everybody else.
Right.
Because you can't have 10 grains of rice and they go scatter in all nations. No. You have to have more than that. Lump sum to be a nation is scattered so evenly, to serve in all captivity, and to be belittled, and you've been treated less than even animals, and these people show you no mercy. So listen, this is the royal gathering we are telling you about. On the 22nd of April, we'll be North Carolina, Durham Rally, and that will be the minuscule gathering. When Yahawashi come, you will see the real gathering, and it shall be numberless. And as I say, we will be walking in desert in white. Peter taught singer songs, all ye children dressed in white. You are the children that Moses led. So we are the offspring of the children that Moses led. And here we are today trying to gather our brothers and sisters to tell them how valuable and how important they are to the survival of this world. But for you to enjoy what God has made for you, you have to be keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. Don't go in the Christian church and being brainwashed and confused and come out being a homosexual, being a prostitute, because all the pastor interested in is offering plate, your daughter and your son. Don't be like TD Jakes, because he's a shirt lifter. Because P. Diddy lift up his shirt and he want to lift up everybody else's shirt. Yeah? Your pastor is a pulpit prostitute, because if you go to church and when you put your offering in the plate, you want to put your name on the envelope. So when you check it, if you don't put the right amount, he's going to consult you. No, the Bible says you must give 10% of what the Most High bless you with. He's going to tell you that you must put more than that. You must be generous to God. And when God comes to collect his money from him, I bet you don't have it. Because you cannot be collecting money in my name, and when I come for that money, you can't show me. Your wife have a big car, your son have a big car, and you have here playing out of my money. And you can't show me my money, but you are collecting on my name. Even in the book of Luke, when Christ gave the man each of them a talent, the one of them says, can you find a scripture? In the book of Luke, when it says, when Christ gave him the man the talent, and he buried it until Christ come, until Christ said he come to take up what he's never given. It is in the book of Luke. I'm sure it's about Luke. So you must understand that when you're in the Christian church, it's just a church of it's just an institution of harlots, child molesters, thieves, right? Remember that Christ went into the temple and turned over the table with the money changers and beat them and run them out and say, you cannot turn my father's house into a den of thieves. So basically, you must understand that when you hear that we must gather ourselves, O nation not desired, we, the children of Israel, are the only nation of people that is not desired. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter how light your skin is. They know that. If your father is black, it doesn't matter which other nation you sleep with, you are black. It doesn't matter the tintedness in your skin. They will ask you if your father is black, but if you don't understand why they ask you, let's tell you, they want to change your generic, right? And once you say yes, your father is black and he's from so and so, they'll say, oh, okay, he's one of them, because they like to label you as one of them, yeah, because they don't have no respect enough to tell you, say, okay, he's a children of Israel. They don't want you to know your full identity.
No. I just wanted to add to what you say, you know. That's everybody saying, because a lot of our people believe that Bob Marley is our people. For example, Lenny Kravitz, them man, they're a white boy. Them man, they're from the seed of a white man, so they cannot possibly be our people. So luck here. Did you find that?
Let me go to my priest. Anyway, what the priest just said, it's really heavy. It had weight to the point that I'm trying to bring across to you people. Our people, even though we can be quite prejudiced among each other, remember, we are a special people, and that's the only people that the Most High care about. He says, gather yourself. He never said gather all people. And he told you that he only loved the children of Israel and none else. Okay? So if you are going to get up and thinking that God is going to change his mind because you are sleeping with one of the other nation, and you might have kids with them, the kids will be saved because it's of your seed. But the woman or the man who the seed come from ain't going to be saved because he's not of the 12th tribe of Israel.
Right.
That seed line is a royal seed line, because that's the topic we are on for the last couple of fortnights back. You are a special people. They want you to feel like because they are ruling over you, you ain't nothing. But in front of the Most High, you're worth more than 10,000 of them come before you. Because remember, in the book of Matthew 15, verse 24, when he said to the woman, I am not sent, and I cannot give the children food.
You want it?
Yes, Matthew 15, verse 24. So
the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep.
Hold on. He said he was not sent, but unto the lost sheep. Who are the sheep? The children of Israel are compared to the sheep. He said, my sheep hear my voice. He never said the whole world. So when your pastor is trying to put us in a mixing bowl or skittle bowl and tell us we are all equal, there's no equality in God's creation. Look at the lion. Look at the tiger. Now let's use a feline. Look at this. Look at the tiger. Look at the black panther. They are all cats from the same feline, but none of them part together. Look at the baboon and look at the orangutan. They don't part together under no circumstances, right? They know how hold their position in their rank. They don't join with anybody else or any other species of monkey because they know something is going to go wrong. So they separate themselves from the other species of animal and stick to their species, right? So you are the only nation of people who want everybody to love you. And you trying to love everybody and not getting back the love because they don't respect you, because you have no respect for yourself. The day you find respect and start doing what your God said, look what will happen. he will raise you up as he promised above all nations. So if you gather yourself as the royal bloodline of the Most High, you ain't got nothing to worry about, because all is already written for you. It's just that you need to adapt to it and adjust a lifestyle to it until you come out of the world. Just like we are living example that it can be done. We could be out there doing anything, all kind of stupid things. Drinking, smoking, gambling, sleeping around. But we decide that we don't want to be a part of this world. Because all is left in the world is vanity and the lust of the flesh. And you know what? If you worship the flesh, you shall reap sickness in your flesh. You understand? It's not about you getting up and running up and down. When you're a child, you do childish things. But when you become an adult, you need to break up your fallow ground. God is not going to give you, the Most High is not going to give you something that you know you can't accomplish. Not like the other nation. When he tell them if they can stop the sea from making wave, he will cast us away from being his people. No. He tell them if he can number the stars of the sky, he will cast us away from being his people for the evil that we have done. Should I say sorry about this? If there's anybody online, you can type in any question you want. And I'm sure we'll be able to break down something that you may have understanding of it. Thank you. And if you find yourself with the other nation and they are treating you bad, why would you still want to be a part of them? Because it's not going to change. And remember, our biblical duty is not for everybody. Our biblical duty is specifically set out for us, the 12 tribes of Israel. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, wherever we are scattered, the Spirit will draw us unto our people. And all you have to do, keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. It's not hard. You can keep the laws in this kingdom by going around gambling, stealing, and doing all manner of evil in this kingdom. And they don't respect you for it. They still look at you as nobody. They still call you spicks and spoons, wetback, and nigger. Because when they say nigger, they think that they are insulting you. The word nigger only means black. That's all it means. And it's on your birth certificate, so they are only making a fool of themselves. When they call themselves so-called white people, they don't even know that they are admitting that they have leprosy without the putrid sore. Yeah? So, God is black. Christ is black. The angels are black. And if you want me to break it down and show you different scriptures where you can prove to you that if a child comes from a so-called black person and his wife come into the house with a tiny baby, you're going to start questioning things. Because there's no way your wife, you and her the same color, come from the same nation, and she's coming there with a tiny child, then you must have to ask what's going on here. Were you playing with the washpot, Moab? Because God called Moab a washpot. And we know back home in Jamaica, when we call a little boy a washpot or a runboat, you know, say, I come around our yard. So when God called Moab a washpot, I tell him, say, watch Moab, man. Ain't winning him anything. So watch yourself. Kind love in washpot. So don't believe, say, when God says something and you're not happy, we can show in Romans 3 verse 3. Rough Romans 3 verse 3 for me, please. Romans 3 verse 3.
The book of Romans chapter 3 verse 3. For what if some did not believe?
Stop there. You see? When God said, gather yourself together, O nation, not desire, he never tell you to gather the other nation. He said, gather yourself. And if we telling you that and you don't believe, read on.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect?
Shall your unbelief, shall your doubtfulness, like doubtful Thomas, make God's word of no effect? No. It still stands. Hook, line, or sinker, the word of the Most High still stands. And if you want to go man cry your blue, purple, and green eyes out. It don't make a difference to God. Because God don't care about feelings. Right? Because if God was working with your feelings, what kind of God would he be? He wouldn't be punishing you when you do your wickedness and come laughing with him. And he can tell you everything you do before you even say it to him. 100% accurately. But no, you want to do your sinful deeds and you run, come and present your burnt offering, and then you go back out there, go do the same wickedness to your sister and your brother. Sleeping around with your next door neighbor, even though he's your brother. You're sleeping with his wife and molesting his daughter and his son. And you expect the Most High must, you come with your tears and believe it. Your tears ain't going to soften the Most High. It don't work like that. You spitefully go there in the wickedness, so you must prepare for your judgment. Didn't you see what he did in the camp with the children of Israel? When they start sleeping with each other's wife, he tell Moses, find the man who sleep with their wife and kill him. Moses even asked, why have you done this to me? But Moses have to prove that he's a leader, a strong leader, and will carry out the duties of his God, our Father, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. So when we are in this kingdom and a brother or a sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid, to be ignorant about who you are, because this is a time when you should be telling them, no, you ain't telling me who I am anymore. I know who I am now. I am of a royal standard. And this royal standard was not selected by man, but by the Most High God. Right? So you must keep that biblical duty that is assigned to you and your people. So listen, if at any time you stumble, don't worry. Just like when you're a child growing up and you try to walk, your legs are not that strong and your balance is not that accurate. Countless times you stumble and injure yourself and you brush off and you get up and you cry. Do the same thing with this. If you find yourself doing something wrong, go and pray. Because when this man that is ruling over you judge you, you can't tell him not the right to judge you. Because this is his kingdom, he's ruling in this kingdom. Because his father tell him to rule over this kingdom. And we know that the God of this earth is who? The wicked one. So we are living in a time where all of these prophets, from Moses down to Abraham, down to Isaac, down to Jacob, down to John, would like to see this to see this time, the last days that we are living in. And don't think when we say the last days, it might end tomorrow. He said days. Don't forget it pluralize. When Jacob was on his bed, he tell his son, then gather yourself together and let me tell you what shall befall you in the last days. We are being dethroned from that time, and the other nation, oh, they love it. They revel in our sinful behavior because they wanted to stay in sin and neglect the laws, statutes, and commandments that you should be holding uprightly above all nations, that they may see you and say, yes, these people are wise people. These people are smart people. They start listening to what their God says. And listen, we ain't got nothing to lose. When you do this, we have to gain, because the Most High will not allow you to do something and not reward you. Because he wants the other nation to see that he's a God who kept his words. And while you keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, he will bless you and he will lift you up. He said, ask in secret and I will reward you openly. Read again.
God. The book of Romans chapter 3 verse 3. For what if some did not believe?
Hold on.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Loads of our people in these last days seem to lack confidence or fear of the other nation. They rather not believe, or they rather go to church and the pastor seduce them with lies and deceive them out of every penny they have. And they go home, they can't even pay their bills or anything. But when the pastors are not looking after the flocks, what do you think is going to happen to them? The Most High come and you collect money in his name, then you're going to have to pay it over in his name. And when you can't do that, it says, my sheep hear my voice. We heard his voice. And you know that you are of a people who went into captivity. You are the offspring of the royal bloodline, and you refuse to keep the laws in this, but you quickly keep a slave master law. Because if he tell you that you cannot stand at the street corner, you're gonna move. That is keeping his laws. But your God law, which is supreme over all law upon the earth, and he give it to you as his royal bloodline, you don't want to keep that. No. You rather keep the slave master law, and the slave master still persecuting you. Because they know that any day you raise up and realize who you are, or the bloodline you come from, then his kingdom is done. And look, his kingdom is toppling over itself. People work tirelessly, and what they getting for their pension can't even buy crackers and saltfish. Loads of them going to bed only eating a sandwich and a cup of tea, and they labor so much, and the pension can't even pay the bill when they get it. So you see, the more we raise up, the more they go down.
Right.
Don't forget the allegory in Genesis 25 verse 25. When Esau was coming up, Jacob hold on to his feet. So his kingdom is coming up, and as it is going down, it's pulling our kingdom up. So these are the last days when our kingdom is being pulled up. Wake up, Israel. Wake up out of slumber. You have much to do and much to gain. In this kingdom, ain't nothing for you. So if you want to live a life in squalor, and you had a nation laughing at you, I don't know what else you want. If you think you should be speaking up scraps on your slave master table, then you got no value. And you are not invaluable in this kingdom. So why don't you just come and keep the laws? The laws was only made for you. Don't let them tell you about you. We are equal. There's no equality. Ask the priest if there's any equality since he come in the Bible, learning the scriptures. Never. He has not yet found that equality, that the other nation will be saved with you. So if they are going to be saved, what are they going to be saved from? Themselves? We are the one that is going to be saved from them. That's why Christ tell you, he come not but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And in the book of in one of the scriptures it says, and Mary shall have a son, and they shall call his name Jesus, and he shall save his people. He shall save his people. He did not say he's going to come and save everybody. We have it in Matthew 5 and 17, but we have it in, give me Matthew 5 and 17, is that one? So no, it's 76. Anyway, let's go. But when you come to realize your value in the earth, right? You must understand that you are not this color just for a reason, for no reason. Your holy hair represents something in the Bible. It represents your father's ear quality. So if we go in the book of Daniel 7 verse 9, it said the Ancient of Days did sit, and his hair is like the pure wool. Who have woolly hair? The royal bloodline. The offspring of the Most High have the royal hair, the royal color. And it's nothing that you can't find out, because Putin has just opened that church in his country, and he take out all the artifacts and showing it that, look, Christ is black, God is black, and the world now is at his feet, at his truth, trying to kill him because he's bringing out the truth. Hitler was doing the same thing, and the world classified him as the most wickedest man. Even when he tell them America and England has stolen God's children and have them in captivity, and he's gonna do God a favor by killing them bastards. In them German language, to say bastard, you say bastard. And to say black in German, you say Schwarzers. So he said these bastards are preaching the gospel of the Schwarzers, and I'm gonna do God a favor by killing them. And they never tell you that's the reason why Hitler was behaving the way he's behaving, because they were robbing his country and killing his people and taking their wealth. And now they stigmatize Hitler as one of the wickedest man, right? They never King Leopold, who killed 20 million Africans, even though they are not our people. They never label him as a wicked man because what? He's killing black people. But because Hitler was killing these fake Jews out in Jerusalem, dying of skin cancer and dropping like flies, and nobody's covering that in the news. Because they're so-called white people, Hitler is the wickedest man. But King Leopold, who killed 20 million over their own national resource, he killed them. Chop off hands and foot over their own natural resource. But he never come in the book of being one of the wickedest man. Because he was killing black people. Right? And as a people who have such high standard and value, we still sucking up to those who oppress you. You still want to sleep with them when God says you must choose wife of your people. Give to your people your strength. No, you want to walk around with Talia Becky like you're just going to town and buy a new Gucci handbag you're hugging up in the street and holding hands like it's the best thing since sliced bread come. Guess what? God is unhappy with you. And if you want us to go in the book of Deuteronomy 7 verse 6, it tell you that you are not supposed to be married to no other nation of people but your people. But if you know your value, you would respect your people. But because you don't want to admit to who you are, because you want to live in the deception of the other nation, while they ridicule you, make mockery of you, they could just walk up in the street and say any rude things to you, spit any word in your face, and guess what? It wouldn't be nothing to you, just laugh. Because you think you're not being insulted, but they are insulting you to the lowest level. They have no respect for you, nor your people. And those are the people who nowadays just suck up to them and telling themselves, oh, he was just joking. He wasn't joking. It's a premeditated act. And his father, Satan, put it upon him to come and reproach you with it. Yeah? So stop being silly and believe that the other nation is going to save you. Which one is it?
Okay, so.
Is it Matthew 1 verse 21?
No, the book of Matthew chapter 10 verse 6. Let's start at verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanding them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
So you see, he sent these 12 and he's still never telling to go and preach to the world. He said, go not in the ways of the Gentiles. Remember, the word Gentile means children which is not of Israel, non-Israelites. Now when you hear me say Israelite, we're not talking about those people over in the land of Israel fighting. We don't care about those people. We care about our people that went into captivity, because no nation love us. No nation desire us. So he says in the book of Zephaniah 2 verse 1, gather thyself, O nation not desire. Right? If he was going to tell it to go to everybody, why would this scripture? Read that again from here.
Come on. The book of Matthew chapter 10 verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
It says Israel. And if he did say Jacob, it's still talking about Israel, because Jacob's name was changed when he wrestled with the angel. And his name was changed from Jacob to Israel, means prince of the power. So God is our power and we are the prince. And our sisters and our wives are the princesses of the power. So if we go to Matthew 1 verse 21, you want me to catch it? Matthew 1 to 21. This is to show you who Christ says is coming to save. And when he tell you to gather yourself, you must understand that he have your best interest at heart, not the other nation. They will never be equal with you in your kingdom. Shall we show you that in the book of Job? We shall show you what Job said about the other nation when he was ruling the earth, when he was in his royal power. Matthew.
The book of Matthew chapter 1 verse
21.
we Which verse?
21.
Verse 21. And he arose and took the young child and his mother and came into the land of Israel.
You see where Christ went back? In the land of Israel. So you must understand, our name is synonymous with the land of Israel, even though we are not there, because it says we shall not see our homeland. When he put us into captivity, we are scattered in the ends of the earth. That real estate is causing so much problem in the earth. And it's by the people we don't belong to. You notice how we out here, so kicking back and doing all manner of evil, which some of us find ourselves, some of us won't. But that real estate over there is causing so much problem, and it's not to the people who have it. It's to the people who want to possess it when it's not for them. It's for us, the children of Israel, the real Israelites, the royal bloodline people, the offspring of the Most High, directly. Right? And we now think that because we can buy 2 trainers and we can buy a recycled car driving around, BMW or Benz or whatever car you desire, Hardy, we think that we have freedom and we are living the best. No royal people live borderline food, borderline medication. You can't even make a law in this country because you are not supposed to be ruling with these people. Your idea might welcome but not necessarily used or considered. Just like how you vote, you think your vote value anything, it don't. Because the Bible tells you you're not supposed to choose no rulers to rule over you, which is not of your people. So if you get up this morning and because you can find a cup of tea and a slice of bread, and later on you can go and buy some steak at one of them, whatever food place you want to go, that don't mean you are free. You are living by the rules of your slave master still, when you have your royal rules, which is above all rules on the face of the earth, because they are using your rules to rule over you. Even most I tell you, you are buying your own water. What does that tell you? You're buying your own water. So that means that everything was made for you. So why won't you come home and take what position of yours that these other nations stop abuse you? You're not even supposed to be paying tax to them. You become tributary to them. The taxman can tell you he's going to take this amount out of your pay and you have to live over what he gives you. It should be the other way around. And why is it you're so stubborn? Why is it you are so stubborn? And you are only stubborn against that which is your benefit. It will be beneficial to you, but you're stubborn towards it. Eh? What are you going to left to tell your children? That, oh, just live and die because life, that's what life is all about. No. When you are a royal bloodline, you have a royal duty, and the other nation is jealous of you for that. And that is why they hate you. And they would want to do anything at all to upset you. So, can we go to Job 30, verse 30? Just to show them what Job said about the other nation when Job was in power.
The book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat.
Read on.
My heart also is turned to mourning, and my organ in the voice of them that weep.
Read on. Let me go.
It's a different chapter.
When Job says,
He said 30 and 30. Job 30 and 30 is a color.
Okay, it's a color scripture, but Job did say to them, but they spit in my face. And all right, just go to Matthew 1 verse 21. It was 121.
The book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21. And he arose and took the young child and his mother.
No, Matthew 1 verse 21. Let me read it. The book of Matthew 1 verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins.
You got reset wrong. Matthew 1 and 21 is not that.
This is Matthew 1 verse 21. Mathew, Matthew 1 verse 21. In that book?
And he arose. Matthew 1 and 21.
Matthew 1 verse, I'm going to highlight it here. See highlighted grace, Father?
Yeah. Right.
So two different things, I say?
Read it from the book, Matthew 1 and 21.
Matthew 1 and 21. And she arose and yes, this is saying something different. Matthew 1 verse 21, yeah. 1. Yeah. Matthew 1 verse 21. No, it's wrong. You are wrong. You are reading 2 verse 21. Matthew 1 verse 21 is over this side. So you're reading from the wrong section.
The book of Matthew chapter 1 verse 21.
No, because the woman sit on that side. And you do. So if it's something hot, you can move it. Yeah, you can move it. The book of, yeah, go on.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins.
So you see, when he said to you, gather yourself, O nation, not desire, Mary shall bring forth a son, and he shall save his people from their sins. And you know what sin is? Sin is breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments. So if he's coming to save the world, what the other nation will be saved from? When they already have power to treat you. Can I take it from you?
Yeah, I'm all right now. I'm posting on yourself too, listen.
So that narrator?
Yeah.
That's
Good.
so being the royal bloodline of the children of Israel, we have that responsibility. We have that duty. And that duty is to gather ourselves for what? To be saved from the other nation. And the only thing can save us, we don't have no might in our hands, as they would be abusing us now. They're abusing us financially, physically, verbally, and every alley you want to go through to that's what they're doing to us. And they're so prideful when they're doing it. And they're doing it with such sarcasm that you think, oh, they love you. No. They have never loved you from then, and they still ain't gonna love you now.
Right.
We wake up to bring you, we put our life on the line to bring you this. Right? And all you want to do is walk around joking and jiving and wearing new trainers. That ain't gonna save you. Because when you leave this world, you ain't gonna go into have new shoes and new clothes. All of those, everything that come from the earth remain on the earth. Yeah? The spirit go back to the Most High. And you're going up there without your new trainers and your new car. Because you well happy to be living off scraps substandardly in this kingdom. What is the benefit of that? When you're being abused, you go to your bed, you might have to get up worrying. Really, what am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to live off tomorrow? Because there's no certainty of you having a job. Right? You can't pay your bills, you have to come out. You have never seen a Christian. One of our people who was called Christian in Antioch. Yeah? You have never seen one of them begging bread.
Right.
Never, as long as you live. When you keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments, we will never beg bread. This pedigree, who we are, because your royal bloodline is a pedigree, right? All right, let's go to the book of Exodus 1 verse 18.
The book of
Because
Exodus chapter 1 verse 18. And when they came to Reuel their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today?
right. So the sooner you come to the Most High, the better your life will be. Aren't you tired of fighting with the world? It says, those that are heavily laden, come to me and I'll give you rest. The other nation don't want you to rest because the punishment is upon you. You will never find no rest in this kingdom. But when you come to the Most High and he put you back in Jerusalem, when he clear out those Edomites, nobody will disturb you. No nation shall make you afraid because you will be dwelling there with your God, your royal power. Remember, you are prince and princesses of the Most High. Not everybody, because he tell you, I have made mountains and I have chosen Jacob out of all of Jacob's dwelling place. Mount Zion is his favorite. He make many animals. He choose the sheep.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shoot forth the praises of him who hath called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light.
Read back right to where they say you are a royal priesthood.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood.
Royal. That's why we call you a royal bloodline. You ain't just dragged up, right? So you are not supposed to be in the earth bouncing and back and forth without doing all kind of stupidness. You are a royal bloodline. You have a royal duty. You have a royal standard. And that royal standard is to do the will of your Father. So the other nation might come to realize and say, yes, these are a wise people, because we are doing what our God says, not what their God says. Because their God is only going to tell you to envy your brother, envy your sister, lust after what they have, and enjoy the flesh of the world. Go and drink and get and do all kind of filthiness. That's how you're supposed to live your life in this world, because that's what they are expecting of you. Just like when you go in the Jehovah's Witness organization, they tell you you can come as you are, and you can do whatever. You can dress any way you want. As a woman, you have a dress code. As a man, we have a dress code. But the other nation would want you to know that you create the royal standard of dressing. When you see the other nation dressing with a head cover, and they say, it's from your foreparents that used to live and dress like that. Respectfully, modestly, in modest apparel. Not this bag of expensive recycled clothes that you think say, oh, I'm going to pay £800 for one jeans. You don't need to dress like that, because all you do is giving back your strength to the other nation. And you will live as a pauper. Even though Christ was one of the well-dressed men upon the earth, his garments has no seam in it. And the belt that he wears around his waist is of the pure gold of Uphaz. If you should wear that belt now, you'll be living in fear. You can't even buy it anyway, much less have to wear it and live in fear. But you as a royal priesthood, a royal bloodline, God is not going to give you nothing you can't keep up with. He tell you, come to me and I'll give you rest. He set out the rules, the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. It's not hard, else we wouldn't be doing it. The hardest part of it is to start anything. To start to walk, to start to talk, to start to do, even just your first day going out to work, it's going to be hard, because you have to devote your time and your effort to impress the slave master, or you can work properly. so you're worthy of keeping the job. When God says, come to me, He's not going to burden you with the things of this world to make you frustrated. Yeah? If you're wrong, He'll correct you in measures and He'll tell you what to do before you go wrong. Just like He lead the laws and commands our forefather when they were ruling the earth. Come on, man. When they were ruling the earth, they were keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. If you break that law, you get a punishment. And if that is a punishment, you're going to receive it. You understand? So if we go on to realize that how valuable we are, we wouldn't have this hatred for our brothers and our sisters. And as you see that with anything, you get envious. You get jealous because you can't wait your turn. You don't know how long they've been suffering before their blessing come. But the moment you see them, you just like a teenager come the other day and you want to get rich and you want to live better than everybody. Getting riches is all right. But if you don't know how to manage the riches, what's the point of it? You're going to destroy yourself with it. The world must look at us with lusty eyes because we are the chosen people.
Right.
We should be reigning above them. Why are they still reigning above us? Even though chattel slavery is over, you still carry their name, so they still look down on you. You're still following their rules, they're still looking down on you. Nothing is wrong with obeying the laws of the land because the laws of the land come straight from the Bible. And it was your laws anyway. But because they are ruling, they want to make you think that they make all these good things and all these laws is about them. It will never be about them. It will never give to them. No or never. When they go into captivity, you're going to see who the real rulers of the earth are and who they're going to follow. Because without this law, what would you be? Tell me. Running up and down like wild people doing wild, stupid things. Like they used to call it the Wild West and everybody could just pop out a gun and shoot each other. But this law that was given to your forefather, you are the one. You are the one supposed to be upholding it to make the world look at you and says, I wish I could be like those people. But no, you don't want that. You want to be equal with them. When there is no equality from the beginning, in the middle and in the end, ain't no equality. The people that you supposed to be loving, you hating them. And the people that you are supposed to be hating, you loving them. What's the benefit of loving those who love you and not loving those who you hate, which is of your people? When the Bible tells you about your brother and your sister, it is of your people. It never tells you to love the other nation. But even though you're supposed to respect everybody, but the love is for your people. Every nation loves their people. You can't go to China and go tell a Chinaman to give up his business to you because you love him. You can't go to India and go tell an Indian man to give up his business because you love him. He will rather give it to his people than give it to you because he loves his people. And every nation put their people first. If you're smart. What is a nation without rules? Even in your house, there are rules. So why can't you keep your father rules? But you keep the slave master rules. That's what you say?
Yeah, I'm a precept when you're talking about. You want it?
Yeah.
All right. The book of 1 John, chapter 4. Okay, we're through. We're fine.
Okay. So, if a duty is given to you, much is expected of you. You have a lot of responsibility, and that responsibility does not come from man. It comes from God.
Okay, the book of 1 John chapter 4, verse 5. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. Verse 6. We are of God, He that knoweth God heareth us. He that is not of God heareth not us. Hereby now we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error.
Right. So you see, this was only speaking to the people who will hear the word and come to the word. You are the people who must hear the word and do the word, because the kingdom is not going to come by you sitting down. Because if you sit down and think you're gonna live comfortable, no, you have to get up and go work. So why can't you just get up and keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, which is not a burden? Because if it was, you wouldn't see us here. We would be frustrated by the burden of it, but it's not burdensome. So just get up, dust yourself off. It's no shame for you to get up and turn your life around. Give your life to the man who will destroy the body and the spirit. Don't worry about your slave master if you die tomorrow. He can't save himself, much less to save you. But God will save you, because he can see all things before it happened to you. And remember, he's the author and the finisher of your faith. And he put a royal title upon you. Get up and take on your biblical duty. The other nations are honoring their God. They have not changed their God from the beginning, but you have changed your God. So show me where in your life are you ever think you're comfortable because you have a key to put in a door and walk in and you can lock it. We can show you that in the book of Deuteronomy. I tell you, if you're hungry, they have to feed you. If you want somewhere to live, they're supposed to provide it for you, because the earth is given to them to run. Your kingdom cannot run alongside their kingdom. We can go to 2nd Ezra 6 verse 54 to show them that our kingdom and their king. 2nd Ezra 6 verse 54. And just use this. 2nd Ezra 6. Yeah. Use this. Come on. Let me until it comes. The book of 2nd Ezra 6 verse 54. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. God choose you, a royal people, and he make a heart for you, not for the other nation, even though they are running it now. Right? Verse 6. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou art said, they are nothing. That is another scripture will tell you that God only care about you, the 12th tribe of Israel, because you have a biblical duty. You have a biblical responsibility. You have a royal duty. Just like the queen, where you run, go take a much photograph and go to funeral and every little thing you celebrate for the queen. But you don't want to celebrate your king, your savior, the only person who can save you from all the tribulation you're going through because of the other nation. Why would you want your kids to be going through the same thing that you've been going through? Because you don't want to keep the duty? Listen. Thou art said, they are nothing. It's not it's not us that said that. God, this book was written long before I was born. And he said, the other nation are nothing. We didn't write this. We come and we learn it. Just like all the other prophets that come before, they have read the same thing. And it was written for us, for our learning, not for them. When one of the prophets asked Christ, why do you speak in parable? He says it's for you to understand, not them. So it was never about them. It was about you, the royal bloodline. You are a people, a peculiar people unto the Most High. He never said everybody. So if you think you are living out in this world and you are living any life as a royal child, you ain't living no life. You're eating the abominable food. You're doing the abominable thing by sleeping with the other nation, which God don't like. He said, lest his anger kindle against you and he destroy you suddenly. If he was happy for you to sleep with the other nation, he wouldn't have said that. He wanted to say separate from them, because you are more valuable One of us is more valuable than 10,000 of them put together. And that's all he's telling you. Leave them alone. They will destroy you. They will cause your God to destroy you. Because they are jealous, they want to keep you mentally enslaved and spiritually destroyed. We are walking dead among these people, and they are happy to see us walking around docile, like dead, walking dead among them, and they can make mockery if you look at them. But they are God chosen people, and they can't even keep the laws. We can go and pray 5 times a day to our stone and our wood, but you can't even pray 2 times a day to your God. How stupid you are, eh? And you claim that we claim that we are the most smartest generation, and we can't even keep the laws. So what are you smart in doing? You'll be like the Hamites, the wise in doing evil, and you want to be wise in doing evil against yourself and your God, and causing all kind of problems to your children, because they are the nation. They love it, They love when you stumble, so they can mock you and your children. Because this kingdom is not for you. Let me move on to the other. Yeah? And as liken them the abundance of liken them, and us liken the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathens which have ever been reputed, which has ever been known for nothing.
Right.
Them are nobody. Them like a drop from a bucket that if you have a cup of water and some drip out, you don't care about the water drop of ground because you have plenty left in the cup. You're going to scale to weigh. Or you're going to put something on the surface, you brush off the dust and wipe off your hand. That's how God see them, as nothing. Don't argue with me. Can we show the scriptures? Because you can't even argue with God anyway. So if you want to argue with you, we have the precepts. All you have to do is just listen. Carry a pen and pencil and we show you. Because you can't argue with God. Because we are afraid of him, that we said to him, we don't want to hear God's voice. Speak to Moses and we will listen to Moses. Because if we listen to you, you're going to kill us. So can you imagine the other nation? The anger that you have against them? We have to tell him, no, we don't want to hear it from you. Speak to Moses and we will hear it from Moses. Because we know if he speaks to us, it's death coming after that.
Right.
So, be not afraid of the other nation. They might be a little intimidating at times, but if you start keep these laws, they run away from you. Because God will put an angel there to protect you. And they will be running without you even have to chase them. So what's so wrong if you have the royal title as a royal child? Don't you want to live like a royal? Look at Harry. He don't have to do nothing, but his wealth is there already. God is already written in the Bible about your wealth. He say the plans that he have for you is to prosper you. If you come and keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, your prosperity is already written. So what's wrong with you just getting up out of this world? Leave the foolishness of this world, because you're still acting like a child. You reach 70 and you're still acting like a child, or you want to go to and you want to party because you're going to buy the best clothes tomorrow to go into town and party. For what? Sinful things, because you only got there to watch a woman lust after them. And if you're a man who go around the corner there, yeah, that's what you're going out there for, the lust of the flesh, whatever way you want to take it. But when you are a royal bloodline, you're supposed to behave like a royal. I am tired of this world. Nothing when me have, me not care about it. Because with a life is World War III too, man. Just to take the other nation out of rulership over our people. And our people wake up and come to their heritage. Moses kept the law. John kept the law. Paul and Peter kept the law. They leave it to you to show you that you can keep it just the same. And in these last days, first come, first serve. So why can't you just get up and leave these things? Material things cannot go nowhere now, because all material things come from the earth. Where you going to take it with you? Have you ever seen a rich man or a wealthy man? Because riches is not money. Wealth. So we're talking about a generation where he is only spending the interest of his great-grandparents to survive. He don't even touch his money. He just living off the interest rate. Right? And you want to tell me that as a royal bloodline, who your prosperity is written in this book, the Bible, and is already set for you. All you have to do is get up and do your duty, and you will benefit from it. You get all the protection that you get. No scammers will ever come to scam you. No thief will ever break into your house when your time of rulership is come. Because all of these material things is going to rotten away. Right? The moth shall come and it shall eat it up. If you put on your clothes too long and you sit, you take it up your seat or free away. Because the moth come and they start heat up the garments. Your money start growing rust on it. But your blessings, you don't need to worry about those things, man. Your blessings already written. Get up. Get up like you have a biblical duty, as you know you have. Let your child see that you stand for something and not fall for foolishness of this world. You don't see the royal family, even though for the royal don't come from our God, for them royalty come from Satan, for them Father. Right? Your royalty come from the God who created the heaven and the earth, which no man can touch you when God say he bless you. Even your enemies will bow to you. But it's just hard for you to come out of the world. And what is in the world? Show me what you spend the whole day doing, if it make any sense to you. You don't devote yourself to nothing of value than the present material things. Our new trainers tomorrow, I can't buy, go and collect my money and buy new trainers. That ain't nothing. For special people, you're worth more than the recycled things in this world. So if you can't see yourself above the foolishness of this world, then what are you living for? May as well just give up your life and go on. But we who stand here and tell you that you can do it. We do it. Moses do it. Paul do it. And they are coming from the same bloodline as you. Did you know that you Benjamites were called Jamaicans, which we are not even Jamaican, we are Benjamites. That's what we should be calling ourselves.
Right.
Do you know that our forefather has kept the law and shows that we are coming from the same bloodline? So it's nothing hard that you can do. God has used all of our forefathers from every tribe to show us that, look, all of these tribes are keeping the law. So not because you are in this world, you are still a part of their bloodline. You can do it. It don't take much. Just start and you see how easy it takes and ease yourself into this. And you don't even care about the world of this anymore. When you turn around and look what you were doing, you realize stupidness, waste of time. Any question online?
No.
So let's come together. We are at 394 Lodge Road, and we have class from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we have Sabbath class on Saturdays, and we have on the ends. So you must understand we are here all the time for you. There's a phone number you can find on our website. Call that number, and we can arrange a time for you to meet, and we can sit with you and give you a counseling. Something to say?
We have a precept for you from here.
Go on then.
On topic. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 39, verse 23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. Transatlantic slave trade.
Right. So as we were telling you why this curse, we can tell in the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 to 15, the proposal that God made to us, if we keep these things, these laws, these statutes, these commandments, we would be above all nations. All the other 17 nations would be subdued under our feet, our rulership, our direction. We wouldn't have to be eating the abominable food that they are force feeding us. I remember this to knock our teeth out, put funnel in our mouth and pour the food on when we decide we're not eating the abominable things. Now, when you go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 to 68, it tells you all the curses that will come upon us, that we will be going into captivity and we will be sold unto our enemies. The other 17 nations are not your friend. So gather yourself, O nation, not desire. Your Father who in heaven will write this and tell you that you will be sold to your enemy because of your wickedness, of breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments, sleeping with your brother's wife, sleeping with your brother's daughter, trying to gamble with your brother to steal his money.
That's right.
You wouldn't have to be doing that if you did just follow the proposal that the Most High make it to you from Deuteronomy 28 verse 1 to 15 to 14. And the punishment is from Deuteronomy 28 verse 15 to 68. For the want of all things we shall serve our enemies. And you still think these people are going to love you? Come on, man. Hook, line, and sinker, they didn't love you from morning. Hook, line, and sinker, they're still not going to love you today. So whatever you think they are saying to you, are proposing to you, it's just for your own demise. They don't care. So we were looking for Luke 1 verse 69.
68.
Luke 1 verse. Let me read it. The book of Luke 1 verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. Verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets. Here we are. We are the modern day prophet of the offspring of our foreparents. The holy prophets which have been since the world began. So we were here long before the world began, because the earth was made for our sake. God has already planned out everything before he even created the world. Who's supposed to be the nation of people that he choose to rule it? The royal bloodline, which is his offspring. So when you see the other nation stockpiling their weapons, don't think they're going to sit down there and keep them shine and glassy for no reason. They're going to have to use them against each other. Right? You, if you keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, you will be saved. You are a holy people. You are a peculiar people. And your peculiarity still stands today with the other nation. Oh, they're just dying to get you out of the way, to take your position, but God would never allow that. The Most High would never allow them to come and take your position under no circumstances. They say, and over their dead body, we know, because they're the future dead people. We will be raised up as a people with life to support our heritage. Right, number 7, verse 70, which have been since the world began. Verse 71, that we should be saved from our enemies. And we tell her that in the book of Matthew 1 verse 21, when Mary was raised up a son, and shall call his name Jesus. He shall save his people. Here is the same thing in the book of Luke 1 verse 21, from the hands of all that hate us. We go back to the book of Zephaniah 2 verse 1. Gather yourself, O nation not desire. Gather yourself, you nation who are being hated. So if you are not desired, you must be hated. It is written long before us. No man born upon the earth can tell you the day that he born. His parents might make up a date and give him and say, this is the day you're born. And you quickly embrace it and say, okay, that's fine. But tell me, what sense were you born with? None. You are taught all of these things. When you're a child, you don't even know danger. You're running through anywhere, you're not even care if your eye gets scratched out. When you grow up, as you grow up, you realize, oh, this was dangerous, that was dangerous. Why didn't I get hurt at those times? Because you were being protected. Just like an innocent child whose parents protect them from danger, so you were protected. But the more you grow up and get wise to the things around you, you realize that, this ain't right. So why is it then you can't come out of the foolishness of this world, which is not beneficial to you? The other nation hates you. They hate you because of who you are, the blessing that you have. Everything you touch turns success, even though there's a limitation on you, that you should not prosper in this world that much, unless the Most High God is using you as an example to show your people. So look, we shall be rich and famous among them. right? But you are only used as an example. So don't get your hopes up too high for the vanity of this world, because the taxman is coming, the fraudster is coming, your next door neighbor is gonna rob you and maybe rob your life out of your body, because he's just jealous that you are not supposed to be ruling and be successful in his kingdom. Look at Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey went to France, and Oprah Winfrey is a household name. And she went into a store to buy a handbag, and the lady told her to come out. Told her to come out. She can't afford this. And when the lady find out who she was dumbstruck. Right? So when God is showing you these things, he's telling you, don't worry about the things of this world. Why worry about costly apparels? Look at your brothers and your sisters down there. So you just pass them, splash dirty water upon them in your big car. You don't even stop and say, let me go out there and hand them something and see what help can I assist to them. That's the hatred you have for your people. And as a royal bloodline, you should be looking out for your people. The love that you have is supposed to be for your people.
Right.
The other nation must come after, because they will serve you. So you will still need to kind of pity them.
That's right.
But your pity starts with your brother.
Right.
Don't let your brother be hungry and you have all of these things where you know you might not need. Share it with him. Show the love, because God's still showing you mercy and love. But what's wrong with our people today? We full of pride, puffed up, ignorant. If your brother look at you, you start asking, what is he looking at you like that for? You're ready to fight him. The hunger you have takes so long to quell. Even if you kill him, the hunger would still be there in you. Prideful, because you don't know your value upon this earth. And you won't just calm yourself for a few minutes and come and learn your heritage. And you realize how important you are to the other nation. And the other nation is not of any importance to you. My Father was in heaven, Yahweh, said he will, if we don't want to praise him, he will raise up sticks and stones. You know what? I'll devote my life, because I don't want no stick praising my God, neither no stone. I've seen nation bowing down to sticks and stones, and he ain't doing nothing for them. They don't even know to sit and bless them. So I rather know, so I devote my time to come and do this as my royal duty.
Right.
So who are you to just sit down every day expecting, oh, nothing not happening for me? What are you doing for your God? And he tell you that he will bless you. But if a slave master come and knock on your door and say, come out here and do this, and you're not going to get paid anyway, you find ever strength in your body. I'm going to have to go out and do this right now, even though I'm not getting paid, but at least I'll make him happy. So why can't you do the same thing for your God, and your God is going to reward you? It's no point of you trying to make your slave master happy, because he don't like you and he will never love you. So what are you trying to prove? You gather yourself, you look into a nation who cannot save you.
Damn right.
Because if he saves you, what is going to happen to him? He's going to be destroyed. So you rather you be destroyed. Well, I rather spend my time doing this, because sticks and stones must not praise my Father while he preserve my life on earth, that I may go and do sinful things. No. I rather step out of the world and do the will and good, that my Father be glorified and my Savior be glorified, and the angels will rejoice, than any sticks and stones. As we said before, I've seen thousands making them pilgrim to go and bow down and kiss a stone. And they so damn raised to say, when you kiss the stone and you take away your sin, the stone turn black. And you expect me now to go bow down to a dumb stone? The stone can't talk. If you rain or fall, it can't shelter itself. And if you have a step on the stone can't cry out and say, don't step on me. But that you want to go devote yourself to. And as you bow down your head and talk to somebody, as you raise up here and you're looking up somebody's asshole. No. We ain't gonna go bow down behind no man and everybody getting up and no. We ain't gonna bow down to no damn stone or no stick, because we can't see the benefit side. Those things are carved by your hands. In your position, you are better than those things. You can chop down a tree. Ain't nobody gonna persecute you. But you kill a man and see what happened. You have a verse?
Come. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
You see? What he's saying is not saying that you must not make them as a ornament to decorate your place or things like that, you know. He said you're not supposed to bow down to them. You're not supposed to make obeisance to them, but you're going to burn incense and all kind of foolishness to them. What is the benefit of that? What did you go get up and tell you? Thanks for burning incense for me, I like the smell of it. Eh? Or thanks for putting a piece of garment around because I cold. It has no feelings. It has no sense of understanding.
Right.
And you will claim that you're living at these days, the computer age, where everything fast and you're smarter. Even your smartphone is smarter than you. Because your first smartphone is not going to bow down to nothing to worship it. But you so intelligent and also the high intellectuality that you go to university and you have PhD and RHC and BBC to your name, A to Z, and you bowing down to a dumb stone.
Right.
What? So where's your level of understanding, your level of intelligence? You're dumb. You're stupider than a rock you're bound down to. You're stupider than a piece of wood you put for as fast as you will. Eh? And that you are bowed down to. Flood will come and wash away that. And what you gonna do? Run, go find one different one and carve it out again and bow down to it. It cannot do nothing for you. It's dumb and you are twice as dumb as it. If you hear something speak and a stone speak to you, and the demons will ride you. And the demons will have you like a big lunatic. So me can't see the sense of me in a civilized time. I go bow down to something that cannot do nothing for me. My hands make it and me I worship it. And the creator who make me and can speak to me and can direct me. Me refuse to keep the laws and commandments. Look at the title that you have on you. Your nation of people. You're a royal priesthood. And this is what the other nation don't like. When Yahushua came, he didn't speak to them. And that even make them wrath against you. Jealous against you. The hunger they have for you, only Yahushua can come and quell that anger. Because what? He never speak to them anytime. He call them all kind of spit. Me and you know, so when somebody call you flames, it's not a good thing. It's a disgusting thing you spit out of your mouth. Me and you know, so when somebody call you dust. Dust. You have no value, you have no weight. Right? Your body mass value more than the dust, so you brush off of the skill or brush off of the counter.
And so okay, that's really everywhere you're talking about, because the Christians love to wear their little cross around their neck. Imagine Christ in the face of fire and squad. They put a wear around their neck.
Exactly. As the brother says, he's putting some weight on the point I just brought up. If Christ was shot by a gun, would you be wearing a bullet? No. If Christ was shot by stabbed by a knife, would you be wearing a knife on your chain? No. And if the knife you wear is so big, the law go and stop you and ask you why you wear such a big knife on your neck. You do? You intend to go and do something? No, it's because Christ was killed by a knife. That's why I wear this big knife. No, you're going to have to take it off and put it down. We're not happy with you walking around this big sword around your neck. So, it's easier for you to walk around with your, as the Bible says, can a man forget his trinkets? Walk around with this piece of trinket than to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. For me, it is easier for me to keep the law, statutes, and commandments than walk around a chain on my neck with a cross on it. Because you are devoting your time and your effort in idol worshiping. When you're not supposed to worship idols as the children of Israel. You're supposed to worship your God in spirit and in truth. Right. When you hear your pastor say, you're supposed to worship God in spirit and in truth, when you're asking what does that mean? Oh, you must just go and pray, man, and come pay me some money. Because when me I tell you, God tell me last night, say, he might go have a blessing for you. And me I pray to God, you know. But him I go tell you. So you have a blessing for me. So if you come pay your half him, if you can tell you that. Why make him can't tell me and I pray to him? Because you love the polished lies. You love them when they seduce you with lies and come and tell you, oh, you don't have to tell us the right things in the Bible. Just tell us something close to it. We're happy with that, Pastor. Hey, Pastor, we notice your car won't change, you know. Pastor, now come to you and ask you, sister, your bills are all right? You pay for your medication this month? Is any family member that you have having like issues or we can help out with? No, I'm not interested in that. You make sure, sir, when you look on the, in the envelope in the plate and you see your name, and you say, let me see where Sister Serena put the envelope this week. Because last week you didn't do so right now, we're going to see if I'm going to improve this week. Tell Sister Serena, say, he must come under the vestry because we need to have a word. Then Sister Serena, you know, she have put 5 on your offering plate. You tell me, say, God not bless your whole week, gone. Him nobody want to hear about your problem, you know. Because you want to make fee him money short. Because him supposed to put a certain amount of money in a fee bank account for the month. And when you fall short, him a fall short on fee target. Because his wife want to go and do her nails and go on holiday. Him now ask you how your house are running now. Boy, you have no mice in your house, so you want me to come because if you can do something and get rid of the mice out of the house. Eh? Your house want like a paint, make if when the church brother then can come do some renovation. No. You just put your half in plate and keep your problem to yourself. You know what I know? As long as you put the money in a half in plate. You see how then treat God choosing people? Eh? You are a source of income for them. Paul, go get up, go walk. All of them have a profession. Christ, YAHANNA, was a carpenter. Paul was a tent maker. Peter was a tent maker, and Paul was a fisherman. They have the profession where they can live off of. Your pastor profession is to collect your paycheck and tell you how much you must put in the half and plate. And when you're hungry, don't come here. Go and pray.
God, and that's real heavy, you know, what you're touching on there, because you see our own black pastors, our so-called black pastors, they've appointed themselves our community leaders because they were not anointed from the Most High God. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
See? That's all they're interested in. They don't interested in gather God choosing people. But don't forget, it's a woe be unto you who scatter my children astray, sheep astray, and have not gone to visit them.
And it's real heavy because most of our people don't know the terminology of the King James Version. Woe means to destroy. Woe means destruction or to destroy. Let me read it again. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 1. This is regarding our own black pastors, our so-called black pastors that led us out of slavery in 1865. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
Woe be unto you. Woe is a warning. Woe be a me unto you if you don't change your ways. Woe be unto you if you continue to do this to my people. The woe that is coming is a destruction. But the verbal woe is to wake you up. Change your ways. Because when you hear the word woe, it comes a rumbling, woe be unto you. So it's a pre-warning for you to change your ways. But if you continue to prostitute yourself with the offering plate and become a pulpit prostitute, watching the sister and the sister daughter and trying to get in your way to destroy the people and family, then woe be unto you.
That's right.
As a royal bloodline, you should be setting example, encouraging people to stay together in marriage, work out your differences. Even YAHANNA say when you're your man or your yard or you're your woman or your dad, problem, stay at your yard and work it out because the church will always be here. Yeah?
Right.
So don't come here with your problem. And leave your problem at your yard. Solve your problem at your yard because you're not going to worship me in spirit and in truth. And in spirit and truth, you're going to worship me. Your pastor cannot break down what is spirit and truth. It is the last statutes and commandments. God, the word is the spirit and it is life. So leave these people when you're in the church and you ask them some kind of question and tell you, oh, just forget about the Old Testament because those are done away. Christ come and change. Christ don't come and change nothing. He only come and stop the burnt offering. That's all he did because he come as a lamb to the slaughter. He is the burnt offering. He is the sacrifice. And as a royal priesthood, you should have known that duty. Because that's what the priests used to do, burnt offering.
The book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. Think, this is red writing, this is Christ speaking.
Matthew 5.
Verse 17. Think not that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy but to fulfill.
To fulfill that part of the prophecy which said, I come as a lamb to the slaughter to redeem Israel. That's the reason why Christ come, to redeem the royal bloodline back to the Most High. So when you ask your pastor what is spirit and what is truth, he won't be able to tell you because all of him intention is to destroy your family and to make you broke. Take your money off of you and tell you lies. If you think you brag go to your pastor and say, Pastor, I can't pay my rent this week, all the church funds are go cause Peter and Paul and all of them who collect it, used to distribute it back in the church so we could have take care of our bills and our needs. He might tell yourself, you got prayer. It's like you're not praying hard enough. But him when I pray, and you him if you can't money come give. Sow a seed. And you have all the sow seed is 50 pounds.
So like the bills you're talking about is the pastor's vacation money, his car insurance, his mortgage.
That is all you're paying your tithes and your offering for. And the pastor go on lavish holiday, buy his wife the most expensive gift. And he's so damn wicked that he's celebrating birthday when birthday is not supposed to be celebrated in the church.
Right.
God was killing Job 10 kids because they were celebrating birthday. And the wicked pastor is going to put up a Christmas tree in the church until he said, come have Christmas dinner. He might tell you if you come when I Easter, come make a break bread because Christ break bread. And we must celebrate Easter. You're celebrating the man's death. You're glad for Christ dead? He did come to die for our sins. But you don't forget about celebrating death. Or make you go drink wine and go eat cake and go make you go bake pudding. Because Christ dead now, so we're happy. Eh? That's all the pastor tell you about, What a wicked, dreadful, and unreasonable man he is. You never come across another wicked organization. Sometimes it come like it give me inside fever to me when me looking at wickedness so them people are up on the hurt. Eh? Yes, man, sometimes what a when we see all the people man knock on your door at all, but them put Bible pamphlets. Me have to get up the other man and go and talk to this Jehovah with this man very sternly and ask him who this man is. Him said Jesus. Me say, do me in Bible where this tell us say Jesus. And when we go into Revelation 1 verse 14.
You ask him, which man I take you
one black man who pass on a true man black wife I put and I'm a push a little baby in a pram too,
Yeah.
You see how devoted them is? We serve Satan. Right? And then put the pamphlet with the white Jesus from me door and me say, no, me hear the door knock until they sat the number just push the knock the door. When me go down and me hear like you window up and me hear somebody attack and like somebody we push up me and me look and me say, oh, Jehovah Witness, you know still go. I went downstairs and I put on my shoes and put come outside and call the man and his wife and the little baby in the pram. Me say, you're a wicked man. Look at what you are teaching this child to walk around putting this white image to people. There is nowhere in the Bible that Christ said you should go and knock on anybody's door. He said, when you go to a house, you must stay there, eat and drink until you're ready to leave. Never tell if you go knock on nobody's door and preach nothing. Right? The only time you're supposed to get up when somebody knock on your door is if your brother, no matter what hours of night or hours of morning, if he come and need you, don't turn him away. Help him. Even if at the Sabbath, help him. But you take up your picnic and your wife and a walk around and put this wicked barbaric image in a Romans 1 verse 23, the abominable image that make like unto a man. Right? Let's get that Romans 1 verse 23 from him.
What?
Romans 1.
Yes.
Romans 1 verse 23.
You sure not 25?
Let's read that from Romans 23.
The book of Romans chapter 1 verse 23. And charge the glory of the uncorruptible.
And changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like unto a corruptible man. So you know, say that image where the man show you the white image, a corruptible image that make like unto a man. That's the only image you see come on TV. I say my Christ. And in full of passion. Right? He's so full of passion that when you look on him, when you walk around, he hands so gentle that when he touch all the people them. It's like he might caress them, don't like how you say caress them, then cat when they sit down and sit to them. Eh? That is a wicked, seducing spirit. Make like unto a man, a abominable thing. And that's what everybody gravitate into worship. Hmm? The man is a homosexual. And everybody want to worship, have him in their house put up. The man that sees a Borgia in poisoning sister husband, in raping sister, and in killing own brother. And that is the man that see see the picture of Michelangelo there? I paint out the black images them. I turn them into a white image. And knowing so that man was his boyfriend. And that they use for worship. When they tell him there's no historical image of Christ being white. Him said, paint one, find one, make one. And they choose Pope Alexander VI of Rome, son, as the model image. Caesar Borgia, the abominable image in the Roman book of Romans 1 verse 23.
Yeah, let me finish this up. The book of Romans chapter 1 verse 23. And change the glory of the uncorruptible God into the image made like to corruptible man, and to the birds, and the four-footed beasts, and the creeping things. We jump to verse 25. Verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Who changed the truth of who?
Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Who changed the cobblestone?
Who changed the truth of God?
No, the Catholic Church.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Into a lie. See? The abominable image. The lie. The deception that this thing come with. We have self-hate down to the last core of your vein. You carry a grievance, your brother is so run so deep that all months when you don't see him, the moment you see me kindle. Your wrath kindle again against your brother because what? He mean tell you the truth.
That's right.
And you don't like it.
Right.
Because you love white Jesus so much.
That's
and you love Master so much because Master look like white Jesus.
Right.
But the moment me show you say, God is black, the angels are black. And we can start from Daniel 7 verse 9, then we can go Daniel 10 verse 5, we can go to Revelation 1 verse 14, we can go to the book of Ezekiel to tell you that the angels are black. We can go to Jeremiah 14 to tell you Judah mourneth and the gates of language they are black. We can go to Genesis 2 verse 7 to tell you that God made man from the dust of the earth and he looked just like you. But no.
Exodus 4 and 6, Moses a black man.
Yes, and we can go to the book of Songs of Solomon 1 verse 5, right?
Job 30 and 30.
Job 30, and we can go on and on from the new. We can be staggering from the New Testament to the Old Testament and back to the New Testament. And guess what? God choosing people are the royal bloodline. They are black.
That's right.
You could have cried blood or sweat, paraffin, cursing oil to your vein. God is black. Right. The angels black.
Right.
And the people are black.
That's
onto
right.
the ground. Genesis 2 verse 7. Jeremiah 14 verse 2. Judah mourning and the gates thereof languish. He never said they have leprosy. He said they are black. And if you don't like it, what Romans 3 verse 3 says? What if some did not believe? Who cares you about what you believe? The word is written and it will not be changed because you don't believe. Right? So we're going to stand with what we see in the Bible and that which our forefather and that which generally honor and that which the captain has shown us precepts upon precepts, and we will teach you the same thing. If you want to change when you find the truth, it's up to you, but you and God will have the last word, not me and you. Understand? So, as we have told you, this will be the last topic on the royal bloodline. Next week, we will take another topic and we will run with it and break down the precepts as best as we can. With this, we give one courtesy salute to the officer.
And the class over.
And the class, let me hand the class over to precepts. You have the announcement?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a class over to Officer Ariella with the announcement.
Clap it up for the teacher. These are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out on West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the command of General YAHANNA. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months period. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3 and 8 to 10, means a tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'aya Shara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, the 20th of April, the Lord's High Holy Passover. We're taking it to Durham, North Carolina, USA. Okay, remember Israel, pay your tithes. Remind the Akyam. Remind the Akyam and Akwa to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pant, headband, and scarves. And with that, we're going to give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I Madiam. I Madiam Shabbat. I Madiam. Barak. Yahweh Shim Yahushai Brakatah.
Yahweh Shim Yahushai Brakatah.
Yad Yamata. Sa, which means turn. We're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I Madiam. I Madiam Shabbat. I Madiam Barak. Yahweh Shemai Ladaba Shim Yahushai. Yad Yamata. Class dismissed. Industry.
What do you want to use, darling?
No. I use this thing.